Charlie Munger built a $2 billion fortune and helped Warren Buffett grow Berkshire Hathaway into a $700 billion empire. But his secret wasn't brilliance. It was something far simpler and more powerful. It is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid, instead of trying to be very intelligent. Today, I'm breaking down Munger's most counterintuitive strategy: how avoiding failure beats chasing success every single time. Munger didn't invent this idea. He borrowed it from a 19th-century German mathematician named Carl Gustav Jacob Jacobi, who had a simple maxim: man muss immer umkehren. Invert, always invert. Jacobi discovered that hard problems could be solved easier and quicker by expressing them in the opposite way. Instead of asking, "How do I solve this?" he asked, "What would make this worse?" Munger applied this to investing with devastating effectiveness. His famous quote captures it perfectly. "All I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there." Think about that. Most investors obsess over picking winners. Munger obsessed over avoiding losers. Warren Buffett even has rules based on this principle. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. But here's what makes this so powerful. Avoiding stupidity is easier than seeking brilliance. You don't need to be a genius to avoid obvious mistakes. You just need discipline. Let me give you concrete examples of how Munger and Buffett used inversion to build Berkshire Hathaway. Example 1, the tech bubble. Berkshire Hathaway largely avoided investing in the technology sector despite the huge upside it promised. Munger and Buffett both missed the technology boom, but have also avoided the dot-com bubbles that subsequently crashed. They didn't try to predict which tech stocks would win. They simply avoided the sector because it was outside their circle of competence. By avoiding the mistake, they preserved capital while everyone else lost fortunes. Example 2, circle of competence. Munger calls this his circle of competence. Each of us, through experience or study, has built up useful knowledge on certain areas of the world. Instead of asking, "What brilliant investment can I make?" Munger asks, "What industries do I genuinely understand?" If the answer is, "I don't understand biotech," he simply doesn't invest there, no matter how tempting. Example 3, margin of safety. Ben Graham's concept of margin of safety is pure inversion thinking. Don't ask, "How much can I make if I'm right?" Ask, "How much will I lose if I'm wrong?" If you buy a company for less than 30% of its intrinsic value, you create a cushion based on your calculations that can help avoid mistakes caused by stupidity. Here's why this approach gives you a massive edge. Munger helped Berkshire Hathaway grow into a $700 billion company. Not by chasing risky wins, but by systematically avoiding costly mistakes. Think about tennis. In professional tennis, players win points through skill. But in amateur tennis, most points are lost through unforced errors. Double faults, shots into the net, balls out of bounds. The amateur who wins isn't the one who hits the most spectacular shots. It's the one who makes fewer mistakes. They just keep the ball in play and let their opponent beat themselves. I think part of the popularity of Berkshire Hathaway is that we look like people who have found a trick. It's not brilliance. It's just avoiding stupidity. The investing game works the same way. Most investors aren't competing against Warren Buffett. They're competing against other amateurs. And most amateurs lose money through easily avoidable mistakes. Buying things they don't understand. Using too much leverage. Panic selling in crashes. Chasing hot stocks. Paying high fees. Avoid those 5 mistakes and you're already ahead of 90% of investors. Here's your action plan for using inversion thinking. Step 1. Define what you don't want. Instead of asking, "How do I get rich?" ask, "How do I guarantee I'll stay poor?" Make a list. Through sloth, envy, resentment, self-pity, entitlement, and all the mental habits of self-defeat. Now avoid everything on that list. Step 2. Identify your failure points. For any investment decision, ask, what could cause me to lose all my money? What am I assuming that might be wrong? What don't I understand about this? If you can't answer these questions confidently, don't invest. Step 3. Build your avoiding stupidity filter. Charlie and I have not learned how to solve difficult business problems. What we have learned is to avoid them. Create rules that prevent mistakes. Never invest in businesses you don't understand. Never use leverage you can't afford to lose. Never sell in a panic. Never follow the crowd. These aren't brilliant strategies. They're stupidity avoidance strategies. And they work. Charlie Munger's secret wasn't genius-level stock picking. It was a relentless focus on not being stupid. Everyone goes through life trying to be brilliant, but it's far more important to be consistently not stupid. Warren Buffett built Berkshire to Charlie's blueprint, not by seeking brilliance, but by avoiding stupidity. You can do the same. Stop trying to hit home runs. Just avoid striking out. Because in investing and in life, the person who makes the fewest mistakes wins.